anything on this YouTube other than vent. I'm so frustrated right now. And I just because of the rhythm of being on YouTube, I know as I talk to y'all, I'm going to feel better. So that may be the content from now on. But the reason I haven't posted is because I'm trying not to do venting content. But I'm scheduled to do 3 events this weekend for my books. And I'm also focusing on my books. Proud to put my energy into that. I had arranged for Arpi to get to not ride the bus today, to ride in a car with somebody to gymnastics that she's ridden with before. Arpi has been out of school because she's been sick, but she was there yesterday and she was there today. Yesterday, I sent her doctor's excuse to turn into the office. She did not turn them into the office. You have to turn them in within 3 days or they remain unexcused, regardless if you got a no or not. So I tell her yesterday when she gets home, you have to turn them in to the school tomorrow. And I told her teacher that everything's in her bag. In the same compartment where these note slips are is the slip of paper, because they say now you got to put it in writing, your handwriting, that she is riding with somebody else, the person who she's riding with, and she was supposed to give it to the same person that she gives the excuse to. I also, at 2 o'clock, they get out at like 3:40. At 2 o'clock, sent them a message to the teacher and to the school to say, hey, this is who she's riding the car, now riding the bus, blah, 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 blah. Just making sure y'all actually got the letter that was sent. Because I've been working today. So I get a phone call to say, or a text to say, did she get picked up? From the person who's supposed to be picking her up. So I'm like, what do you mean? In my head, I'm like, what do you mean? Did she get picked up? That's neither here nor there for many reasons I can't say right now. So she said, I sent somebody to pick them up, which is fine. Anyway, long story short, I called her and she says she hadn't told me yet that she sent somebody else. So she's upset because I'm asking her, have you left the school yet? And she just keeps saying, Arpi didn't get in the car. I'm like, but I'm asking you, have you left the school yet? Because I'm going to tell her to go back and get her if she was close by. So at the same time, I had just read the message from the secretary saying she didn't get a note, but she was going to pull her from the bus line and put her in the car line. When she said she was going to put her in the bus line to the car line was the same time I was on the phone with a girl. So then I finally get, okay, they done left the school. So I called her teacher to see if her teacher is still there. Her teacher had left. So I called the secretary. Nobody answered the phone. At the same time I'm calling the secretary, the phone is ringing, calling me. And I always expect to speak to an adult when I'm getting a call from the school. This is issue number 1. I have an issue with, why are you putting a child on the phone to talk to me if you need me to come pick her up from school? In what way? My child is 8. Okay, that's just like when she's sick, they put her on the phone. I'm like, let me talk to an adult. And then let me talk to my child if I need to talk to my child. But you could get on the phone and say, hey, she didn't get picked up, yada, 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 come get her. Why do I need to talk to her and try to decipher what's... Because then I'm like, okay, did you get them to know? Yes or no? Otherwise, you put them on the phone so they can be ashamed to say, I missed the bus, or I went to the wrong place. So then she says, do you want me to see if I can put her back on the bus? If the bus left yet? And I'm like, yes. So all that time I was talking on the phone with Arpi, she could have been checking to see if the bus was gone. So she goes and she says the bus is gone. Now, the bus, I would have been as pissed off if she would have got on the bus. because the bus gets there. It takes forever for the freaking bus to get there. So I could at least stay at the event. The event I was at started at 3. I was there at 3:45, 2:45, and I'm on the phone with them at 4 o'clock. So at least if she would have got on the bus, I could have stayed at the event to at least 4:45, if not 5. And they probably still won't be there at 5. They're probably there at 5:30. And that would have been like, the place where I'm at is here, the bus stop is here, and then I would have to take the gymnastics, which would have been a normal drive. But no, the bus is gone, so I now have to pack up my entire table. I normally set up just my books. Today I set up my books and my crochet and did some like little extra, and I was reading the book at the same time. So I had to pack up my whole table, which I had just unpacked, put it all back in the box. And then the lady beside me had said she was gonna buy a book. And so when she saw me packing up, she was like, I want to get my book. So I'm like, okay, cool, you can get your book. And then there was another lady who said she was gonna come back later, and I was like, oh, I'll be here, yada yada yada. So on the way out, I stopped, put everything down, set her the book, right? At this point, I'm frustrated, and I'm trying to calm down. That's why I'm talking to y'all. At this point, I'm frustrated, and it's not, let's say it's my fault. It's my fault because I didn't call this morning at 8 o'clock and say, not even 8 o'clock, they don't even start school till like 8:40. Call the school and say, did she get this paper? Because I had already sent saying she got the nurse's note yesterday, or yesterday and today, I don't even know which one, both of them probably. And I had already spoken with her teacher multiple times about other things. I done attended the understay program. I done talked to her about all kind of stuff. And so I had already decided she wasn't gonna rob this person anymore. But then I remember I committed to doing this every first Friday. And I was gonna ask my mom, but it was too last minute to ask her to do it, because I was gonna have her do it every first Friday anyway. So I said, okay, let me ask them first, since they wouldn't be going out their way, they just putting Arpi in the car. They're going to a certain place. So I was like, let me just ask them. So I asked them, and they was like, oh yeah, that's fine, cool, okay. So I was like, okay, this one last time, let her go, and then I'll coordinate with mama for the rest of the times, whatever. So I'm upset because, why am I upset? I hate this. It's a control thing. I hate my schedule not being the way it's supposed to be. And it's been like that for like 2 weeks now. Well, let's not even say 2 weeks. Let's say this has been like this since October. Since October. When I started this job. Everything has been unexpected. Everything has been unexpected. As soon as I get into a rhythm or a groove,